Combat Radio's Christmas Carol for a Cure was made possible with help from Alexion, the Guffey Jackson Foundation, and the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce.
All right. Happy holidays, all you heroes.
Happy holidays!
Hey. Nice. Rico, what do you got for us, man?
We have got something for you guys.
Do you?
Just get the run through you're in for. Buckle up.
Hi, this is Eric Mark coming to you from the historic Saban Theater in Beverly Hills. We're hosting the 2024 edition of Combat Radio's Christmas Carol for a Cure, supporting kids with NMOSD and pediatric cancer. Hope you enjoy the show. We're going to talk to a bunch of people on the red carpet. The show itself is going to be fantastic. We're going to hear a bunch of prominent actors and voice people talking, acting, doing sound effects for the famous Christmas Carol. Thanks. Eric. Hey, we got Rico Ross here, one of the featured stars of the Combat Radio Christmas Carol for the Cure.
How are you guys doing out there? I can't wait for you guys to see what we're going to put together for you tonight. We just went through a run through. We've got some amazing celebrities up there. We've got some comedians up there. It's going to be on fire when we bring the audience and the actors together and we get that magic. Oh my God.
Such a great event. What is your favorite part? I mean, it's just like...
My favorite part, I think, is right towards the end when the whole play turns.
Yeah.
And Scrooge kind of like, I don't want to give it away, but it is a happy ending, and it always makes me feel good. And I know Christmas movies always have this kind of happy ending, but to do it live on stage with an audience, with kids,
oh yeah,
and for such amazing causes. You know, you can't ask for anything more as an artist.
Absolutely. It is one of my favorite events of the year, and primarily because of what it represents, but also because we've got people like you involved. Last question, being on the red carpet, who are you wearing tonight?
Who am I wearing tonight? I am wearing, I actually came wearing my own outfit.
Oh, nice.
But I was forced to put on my my costume because we were about to get started. And this is a costume for my character tonight. This year I will be playing the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Amazing. Well, break some legs and
you.
have a fantastic evening.
Theater, my man.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to
Thank you. So, sorry.
I feel like if I'm going to watch anything, personally, I want to I don't care about that. That's the juice.
No.
Load up! Load up!
Oh man, it's been a while. I gotta stop making that joke. Exactly. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Really? Oh, the interviews are just popping into your book?
Got time for one more? All right, appreciate it. I'm Eric, and you?
Eric, I'm Roger.
Roger, a
Nice
pleasure.
to meet you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. I was told because we're at an angle to get you on this side. So
Okay, got you.
So you got great eye lines.
Very
Roger,
good. Yes.
pleasure to meet you tonight.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
This is how it goes. This is my dad.
So sorry. This is like,
No, not at all.
How are you?
Hi, Fred. Good to see you. Yeah. So, Oh my gosh! Hi. Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Thank you for doing the show, and thank you both. Like, what a
I
pleasure.
thought you said there was going to be a big crowd.
It's a little intimate, a little affair we try to put together every year. But what a pleasure to see you, gentlemen. Thank you for being part of this amazing spectacle. I know that.
This is my swimsuit.
I love it.
Yeah. This is
It works really well. Yeah, good lord, man. Like rucksacking. Yeah, dude. Shredded.
Yeah, it's such a fantastic event, and I mean supporting NMOS OSD and the pediatric cancer, and I appreciate that you guys come out and do this all the time for the kids.
It's an absolute honor, and it's like this is one of the best parts of doing our job.
Yeah.
Is to be able to get awareness, raise some money, have some fun doing it, and we're lucky that we get to do this.
And it's gotten bigger every year, it seems. Right?
Amazing.
Just
I'm blown away.
Like even moving into the Saban, it's just made it a completely different atmosphere. But the show itself, maybe I'm wrong, but the show itself seems to be richer, more exciting.
Music and a choir.
And a choir. Yeah.
Directed by Mark Mann. I mean, that's just out of this world. It's
Now, have you gotten to see the show before? Or is this is your
he
first?
doesn't know that
No? Okay.
I just met this guy. He's not seen it yet. So
Wow. Okay, you're in. I'm not going to say you're in for something special, but you might be. So.
Oh, it's
I know.
it's impressive.
Yeah.
No.
We might slip you like a bottle of water. Bottle of water afterwards. Yeah.
This is definitely your
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's good.
I love this. I'm just like, no, keep asking them questions. Sit back and watch the show.
Well, I want you guys, gentlemen, to have a fantastic evening. Break some legs.
Thank you. Yes.
And then
Break
have
some doors.
Doors. Break some chains.
Yes.
Breaking chains.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you
and
too.
let's hear it for the kids.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, we've got a special guest here tonight. Yeah, right here. We're looking right here. Producer of Winning Time.
Acapulco, and other movies.
All pretty significant. That's a.
Some better than others, but yes.
No,
Hi,
well, thanks.
Jason Schumann, nice to see you.
Thanks so much for coming out, Jason. It's the pretty big event for us tonight. The Combat Radio Cure for this, for all the kids fighting NMS, OSD, pediatric cancer. What brought you out?
Well, this is my 6th year
Amazing.
here, and sort of a co-sponsor.
Yeah.
This is my sister. She's a physician. She's an acupuncturist, and so I don't need to put my name on the wall. I thought put my sister's. She's the one helping, people who have ailments and with her acupuncture. But tonight it's about all the kids, and tonight it's about the holiday spirit and giving back. And I know these kids are going through a lot, and if tonight they can come and take pictures with Darth Vader and stormtroopers and Marvel characters, that's it's a small thing, but hopefully it does a little bit to lift their spirit.
I mean, it's small, but it's big. It's big for them, and I think that, it feels big. So that's the nice part of it. I mean, having been here for 6 years, have you seen it evolve, change, or just get different?
Well, we're in the Saban Theater.
Which is just amazing.
We used to go somewhere in the valley. I forget where it was. And it was still a cool event, but now it's just gotten bigger and more important, more donations, more
Talk
everything.
about a historic, beautiful place. I mean, it's just amazing. I love being here. I love being able to feel the atmosphere that's part of it,
I live in the area, and I've been here a lot for concerts. I saw Kenny Loggins here,
Nice.
my favorite.
Nice.
Men at Work.
Wow.
But tonight, we'll see A Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's such a fantastic presentation of A Christmas Carol. You mean it's both reverent, but hilarious.
Yes. Well, it's a little, it's a little off the cuff.
I would definitely say
It's
that. Yes.
Sort of,
yeah.
Oh my God, there's an Ewok looking right at me. That's very funny.
You do not expect that most evenings out.
No.
Well, thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate all your contributions
and everyone watching.
Thank you.
Great to see
Every
you.
once in a while we have one of our friends, and not just a longtime supporter and member of the Combat Radio team, but someone who brings joy, mirth, and merriment to the entire affair. Is that not true?
Joy, mirth, and merriment. excellent. That's
Yes.
me all over.
How are you doing today?
I'm fabulous. How
Great.
are you?
I am excellent. Even better now that I'm seeing you.
Thank you. You're so sweet, honey.
How did the last run through go?
Fantastic.
Yeah, so
as always.
ready for a
Listen,
big
you know,
show?
Whatever happens. It's gonna be fabulous. You got so many pros up on that stage. We'll cover it. We'll just make it look like we meant to do whatever we do.
It's even better when what happens isn't what's expected
Isn't
to
what's
happen.
expected,
Is that right?
exactly.
Yes. I mean, having been part of this for so long, how do you feel about the kids, NMOSD, pediatric, the entire affair?
Yeah, it's what's really exciting this year
Yeah.
is that NMOSD, apparently they're very, very close to a cure.
Yeah.
And this cure, so they're saying, nobody quote me really, could be the cure for all autoimmune disorders if what they're doing works. So that's why we need more funds to keep the research going. But
if that happens, what a success! What a miracle!
That's world changing.
Yeah.
So they say they're close.
No, I am hopeful,
Yeah.
and I'm glad to be part of it as well. And so good to see you.
You too, my friend.
Have a fantastic show.
Will
Break
do.
some legs.
Right, then we'll do.
and have a great holiday
Okay,
season.
thank
This is
you.
such a special event, Christmas Carol for the Cure, being able to talk about NMOSD, pediatric cancer, but have a great time while doing so. So
all of us have a heart and a passion for live events and live theater, and I think that since COVID and since bringing everything back, live theater is really the heart of entertainment right now.
Absolutely.
We're so happy to be here to support Christmas Carol.
No, thank you so much for that. Is this your first time coming out to this event, or is this? Yeah.
It's my first time.
So, well, thank you. No, I appreciate all of that. Great venue. I mean, it's just what a fantastic space. I'm sure you're familiar with the Christmas Carol. Have you heard anything about how it's presented this evening?
Not this one. I'm very excited.
So it's the traditional story, but they take some liberties. So
I can't wait to see it.
Hopefully you'll enjoy that. But really appreciate all of the support, being out here, contributing during the holiday season. Do you guys have big plans for the holiday season other than this?
This is kicking it off, and
Fantastic.
I can't think of a better way to be, as Tyler said, celebrating live theater and also supporting such a wonderful cause that should be given, more focus. So.
Great.
And in real news, I'm going to Puerto Vallarta for my birthday, which is 2 days after Christmas.
Wow. Happy birthday to you.
I think that was an invite.
Okay, so we will be there 2 days after Christmas. Thank you for that. Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. We'll have a fantastic holiday season. Merry Christmas, happy birthday, and enjoy the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Are you ready for a big show?
Of course, I'm always ready for a big show. That's how I live my life. Constantly in a state of ready for showtime.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, what a fantastic cause, what a fantastic event, and so appreciate your being part of all of this.
Yeah, happy to do it. This is my third year being a part of it. So
amazing.
Happy to do it.
Is it changing at all? Do you feel?
Yes, it's growing.
Yeah.
It is grown.
The event or the show? It's like
the event has grown. The different elements of it. We've added a couple of new things this year. If you've been here before, you'll notice that there are definitely a couple of different bits and bobs what you'll see on the stage. Like the first time I did it, it was up in Santa Clarita, and it was sort of a smaller room, smaller stage space. And then last year we were here at the Saban Theater, the beautiful Saban Theater, of course, and they added a couple of extra, light cues, some sound stuff. And then this year we've got even more. So everybody who's in there is going to see
I literally cannot wait. How did the last run through go?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, nice and smooth. It's always got its own fair share of hiccups because it's something that kind of comes together on a lot of love and a lot of expertise and not necessarily a lot of time.
But I'm sure you'll agree some of those hiccups are some of the most memorable moments, right?
When that happens in the live show, and you've got something going awry. As long as everybody's willing to still pick the ball back up, it's a special treat for the audience.
Now this year, I mean, with a focus on NMOSD and pediatric cancer, I mean, do you feel the energy and the support for the kids?
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the folks from those organizations that are doing the therapeutics and doing the research and all of that are actually here tonight, and we got to meet them in the back, and that was really nice because you look at something like this and you hope that you're being of service.
Absolutely.
And so having folks from those organizations coming and feeling like they have a part in it as well, I think is a tremendous benefit to the morale
For sure.
of the researchers and the therapeutic researchers and all that.
Yeah, I'm so amazed that we're able to contribute, maybe in a small way, maybe in a big way, but certainly one that opens it up to a lot of people who might not even know about some of these things otherwise, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, and we know that Ethan's been putting out the posts.
Yeah.
So
very much.
He's spreading the word.
Yeah. Any big plans for the holidays? Are there beyond this?
Going to be traveling to Chicago for Thanksgiving, which would be great.
Fantastic.
See my girlfriend's family for that holiday. And then we're going to go to Montana for Christmas and see my family.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll have a wonderful holiday season, but before that, break some legs and have a great show.
Thank you. I'll try.
All right.
But I never have any fun. So I absolutely, categorically refuse to have any fun.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're hoping for. No fun.
All right.
All right.
Cheers, man.
Thank you. See ya.
Well, I am a contributor to the auctions. I always sort of throw all the swag that I make on shows that I work on. I throw them over to Ethan, and he puts them on sale, and we raise money for these causes. One in particular is very important to me, the research and development of these autoimmune diseases, like multiple sclerosis, etc. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to do what I can to support the cause. Some of my storyboards over there on sale, and I've even bought some things from the sale. The electric guitar, acoustic guitar, amplifier, and I can't play, but I pretend.
Good purchases. Good purchases.
And what brings you?
What brings me here? Ethan as well. I think that's the common theme around here.
Anything we do, Ethan's a good guy. He's a real giver, and he has a real cause there. He's there. He's speaking to that team over there. That's Dr. Michael, and he's like at the pinnacle of the R&D on the NMO disease, which is an incredible thing, because multiple sclerosis was around for 100 years. So they didn't even know, and all of a sudden, in 15 years, they have 3 therapeutics, they have a couple in the pipe, and things are looking very good for them. So I'm very optimistic. It's going to be a good year.
So. And you're a director, correct?
Yes, TV and some films, yeah.
Amazing. So, as a director, what do you think makes A Christmas Carol still resonate with us here today, almost 200 years later?
Really good question, snap question. Good story. Really good story, really good characters. And it's, there's some stories that just are timeless, and that's probably one of them. Obviously it is. 200 years. Has it been there for 200 years?
280 something, yeah.
Wow. Anyway, that's it. That's my answer. Did I pass?
Look at this face. Look at this face.
Look at these guys. Rico and Ron Perlman. Heck yeah. You guys pulled off an amazing job again. I love it. You guys are absolutely amazing. You, my friend, always amazing. How do you think this year went?
I could never tell, man. I had a ball. That's all I know. I could feel the love coming from every direction. So
it's a great, amazing cast. Something like Paul Reiser did a really good job. And what about you? Paul Reiser, that's an old coworker from you.
I brought Paul in this time, man, and I knew he would kill it. I knew he would kill it, and he did.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, happy golden days of yours. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. So hang a shining star above the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Holiday revelers, good evening and welcome to A Combat Radio Christmas Carol. I'm Yuri Lowenthal, but you may otherwise know me as your friendly neighborhood web slinger from Marvel Spider-Man, and it's a privilege to welcome you here tonight. Tonight's event features a cast and crew of volunteers who have come together for a special cause, and as always, a few house rules apply. No fighting, no politics, and please, no cell phones during the performance. If any of these rules are violated, the cast from Sons of Anarchy in Section BB will show you through the door, head first. Tonight's event is being streamed live on Stellar, so you may witness a retake or pickup. Welcome to show business. Just roll with it.
Combat Radio, Christmas Carol, take one. Watch the language this time, brother.
Good evening. Welcome to A Combat Radio Christmas Carol. It's good to be in a room full of heroes, the LA Teachers Union, Bumblebee Cancer Foundation, first responders. Look, man, the kids needed a hero to come out, and you came out for them. It's a good crowd tonight, and there's a lot of heroes in the audience, including producer Jason Schumann of Winning Time on HBO. I see you. Former Warner Brothers VP Bill Daly, who gave us Harry Potter. Tad Stones, the creator of Darkwing Duck. Where is he? A lot of legends have come out to support the cause, but give me a minute now to introduce the woman who made it all possible, our producer, Loda Hadley.
What?
You're on the wrong mic.
What does it mean to have a rare disease?
Hold up. Take two.
Okay, Detmeyer, we're going to try this one more time. Combat Radio, Christmas Carol, take two.
From the top. Let me just take a minute and actually welcome the woman who makes it all possible, Miss Loda Hadley.
Hello. I see somebody's probation manager let them off of house arrest to do some community service.
He did. He's here, actually. I had to gift the department tickets.
We are here to give you a wonderful show. We have some of the most amazing talent in Hollywood and all the people behind the scenes that are volunteering their time to entertain you. But first, what we need to do is let you know this is also a fight against a terrible disease called NMOSD. NMOSD can, untreated, can paralyze you, can blind you, and it also can even result in death. It will attack friends and family. It will attack children or adults. But luckily, we have hope. There is an organization that has given us hope for a cure, for treatment, and for family. And that is the Guthrie Jackson Foundation. Take a look.
What does it mean to have a rare disease? To be alone? To be lost? Or is there an infinite power in rare? A decade ago, little was known about neuromyelitis optica. When Victoria and Bill learned their daughter had NMO, they were in the dark. They were determined to help her and rare patients like her. They united a community of problem solvers from around the world who would never have come together otherwise. This one-of-a-kind team of researchers, drug companies, and families joined forces, creating a revolutionary model for how information can be shared and answers can be found. This international alliance rewrote the book on NMO, helping hundreds of thousands receive the most accurate diagnosis and customized care. More and more test tube discoveries are being turned into life-saving medicines. And secrets of the immune system, discovered through NMO, are shining new light to solve other diseases. Rare and not so rare. What began with one woman's love for her daughter has become a global mission for cures. The power of rare can help solve the unsolvable, cure the incurable. From rare patients to rare partnerships, the Foundation has sparked a bold new movement for health. The strength of one raised to the benefit of all. That is the power of rare.
Real quick, before we go any further, give it up for my bro Jackson here. Come on out. This kid went 9 rounds with an MRI machine and came out on top. There you go. Thank you for coming out, buddy. We'll see you backstage. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You want to say something now?
Say thank you. Thank you.
And there you have it. Last year, 22,000 NMO patients became my family. They became my friends, they became my motivation and my inspiration. But not just the patients, the parents who watched terrified as their children went blind or sat there helpless as their loved ones were paralyzed by the disease. They became family. The caregivers, the doctors looking for a cure, and the heroes who come out to support, like you, the audience here tonight, have become family. But we are not victims. In fact, we may be the key to medical salvation. You see, since the video, a miracle of modern science has happened, the discovery of a blood biomarker unique only to NMOSD patients. And this biomarker has paved the way for life-saving therapeutics, innovative therapeutics that give NMOSD patients hope for survival. And one of the companies that makes one of those life-saving therapeutics is right here tonight, Alexion. And since that breakthrough, something even more remarkable happened. Doctors looked at this biomarker and said, wait, this appears to be a blueprint for CAR T therapy, which is not just a cure or a potential cure for NMOSD, but also other autoimmune diseases and even cancer. And the doctor, one of the doctors, who's dedicated his life to this research and should be up for the Nobel Prize, is right here tonight, Dr. Michael Yeaman from UCLA. Where are you? Where are you? There he is. There he is. You know, our daughter, when before she got in this fight, she blazed a trail, starting a charity in the 3rd grade that brought Christmas to the children of social services. Children living in cardboard boxes and tents, and she adopted shelters and food banks. And when she began fighting for her life, she made this her mission. But she was never alone. From the moment she decided she was going to save the world, she had friends and family get involved in this fight, some of which are no longer with us. So for all the heroes, from Warner Brothers where we started, to Universal Studios where we are now, to all the heroes who got involved with our charity work and helped us build a show, we'd like to take a moment and remember you now.
Heavy and hard is the heart of a king, king of iron, king of steel. The heart of a king loves everything like the hammer loves the nail.
Mr. Bond. James Bond.
But the heart of a man is a simple one, small and soft, flesh and blood, and all that it loves is a woman. A woman is all that it loves. And Hades is king of the scythe and the sword. He covers the world in the color of rust. He scrapes the sky and scars the earth, and he comes down heavy and hard on us.
I am your father.
Flesh and blood, and all that it loves is a woman. A woman is all that it loves. And Hades is king of the scythe and the sword. He covers the world in the color of rust. He scrapes the sky and scars the earth, and he comes down heavy and hard on us. But even that hardest of hearts unhardened suddenly when he saw her there. Persephone in her mother's garden, the sun on her shoulders, wind in her hair, to smell the flowers she held in her hand, and the pollen that fell from her fingertips. And suddenly Hades was only a man, with a taste of nectar upon his lips, singing la 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 la. La
too many great people who got involved with my daughter's work.
Hold on, Ethan. Hi, I'm sorry about this. You are really bringing the house down. We talked about this last year. Like, everybody's here to have a good time, and you're showing that, like, Shaft died? Like, what are we doing?
I'm sorry.
What are we doing? Everybody here is, are you guys here to have a good time? Are you guys, I mean, everyone's here to have a good time, which is why Ethan hired the best A-list Hollywood writers who would work for free to do this, including me, Jeff Astroff, who just did a show called Shining Vale. Is a Saturn Award-winning show starring Courtney Cox, and it was, excuse me.
I really apologize about that. My name is Russ Woody, and for those who know me, I'm very modest, so I just want to let you know that I have an Emmy and a Golden Globe. Which, Jeff, I'm sorry, Jeff doesn't. But I also wanted to point out a few other things about myself while I'm here. I helped build the career of Sybil Shepherd, for one, which I regret to this day, and Candice Bergen and Ted Danson.
Guys,
I also
Russ, enough. I'm so sorry. This night should be about the kids, not about a bunch of writers trying to grab a little bit of the spotlight. Nobody cares that I, Stephen Peterman, have 3 Emmys to your 1. It's not important. No, it's not important. The 10 nominations, irrelevant.
I'm sorry, did you say 10? 10 nominations?
10 nominations, that's right. The fact that I've worked with Ted as well and Candice, and by the way, when you're friends with her, you call her Candy. And that I ran suddenly Susan with Brooke Shields and, almost forgot, co-created a minor cultural phenomenon called Hannah Montana. That is not, no, it's not important. I'm not important. Tonight is about the show.
Hey, listen, guys. Put the Emmys aside, okay? You're not anybody until you've been nominated for a People's Choice Award. I'm Mark Amato. I've written probably every other Hallmark Christmas movie, including A Kiss Before Christmas, which was about my friend Ethan Dethenmeyer. Must Love Christmas on CBS. A Night Before Christmas. There's, I think, a Very Christmas, and upcoming Jesus Christ. Is it New Year's already?
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for your contributions to the script, but it's way past your bedtime, and these people didn't pay to see the ghosts of comedy past.
Wait.
I'm just kidding. Can we have a round of applause for these wonderful writers?
These guys put tonight's script together. People's Choice Award winner Mark Amato, who's produced every third Hallmark Christmas movie with CBS, also with CBS. 10-time Emmy nominee Stephen Peterman.
We've already introduced ourselves.
Get off the... Also,
Go ahead.
the legendary Jeff Astroff of Friends, Shining Vale, and, of course, Russ Woody. Dan Truly, also producer of Law & Order SVU, cannot be here tonight, and he contributed to the script as well. These are your writers for tonight's show. And I should say, there is the young lady who created our foundation and brought us all together, Sean Dethenmeyer.
Hi. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoy the show. Also, they let you off house arrest? It's crazy.
They did. Good work, guys. You guys are all heroes for getting involved. Okay, now, the show. An epic group of heroes have been working on this for weeks. They've pulled cables, built things, loaded trucks. They've manned the instruments and the soundboards for you. They've crafted a script, opened the doors, unboxed costumes for you and this cause. Our friends with ELO and Danny Elfman have come out to do the music. And a cast of Golden Globe winners, Emmy winners, Razzie winners, and a People's Choice Award winner have put this show together for you. They are all volunteers, and we haven't rehearsed. but they're just the heroes we need right now. Many epic talents have done A Christmas Carol, but our cast here tonight is the best to ever do it. Because of why they're doing it. Just like our audience here tonight is the best to ever see it. Because of why you came out to see it. Because it's never been about A Christmas Carol. It's about the hope we can give, the kindness we can bring, and the lives we can save. So it's my privilege to introduce the cast of Combat Radio's Christmas Carol for a Cure 2024.
from the Saban Theater. Off come the wrappings, off come the tags that say, please do not open till Christmas. Last year's charity show was such a smash, the Saban said, come on back, baby, so Thanksgiving can stuff it. We're doing it again, to you, from all of us at Combat Radio. This is A Christmas Carol.
was dead to begin with. There's no doubt whatsoever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker. Certainly most of the public signed off on it. In fact, they celebrated it. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail, and Scrooge knew it. After all, he and Marley were partners for I don't know how many years. But he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, was Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous hellboy-like old sinner. And once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house, a grim, cheerless, dark, depressing, sad, lonely, not very good.
All right, we get it.
Right, fine. Let's see. Where was I? Sad, dirty place, if ever there was one. The door of Scrooge's counting house was open that he might keep his eye upon his clerk, Bob Cratchit, who in a cold and dismal little cell beyond worked at his ledgers.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 29, 9, carry the 2, Christmas Day, 17, 13, 17, 17, carry the...
Bob Cratchit?
Yes.
Stop that infernal counterwalling.
Yes. 9, 15, 25. Golden
Wait.
rings.
Sound at my door. Oh no, just those children singing their idiotic Christmas carols again. What we need is some deterrent against that kind of general assembly.
A deterrent for children, sir?
Yes! Snuff out this so-called merrymaking. Can't wait for someone to invent pepper spray so I can clear them off the goddamn streets. Go on! Get out of my door! No! Go somewhere else and bellow your blasted carols, or I'll give you something to bellow about!
Why, Governor? It's an old custom at Christmas time, you know. It brightens the mood, as one would say, sir.
Yes, and I don't want any brightness or your old customs. Take your fellow fools and go away. Blah!
Right, sir. Merry Christmas anyway, sir. You miserable bastard.
Hey, there's kids in the audience. Come on.
Right. Happy holidays!
Good King Wenceslas walked out on the feast of Stephen. When the snow
Now, you take this letter from Minister McConnell, Cratchit, the one we bribed, and you put it in a safe in case we need to blackmail him. After that, you can pop over to the alehouse and tell Ephraim Fothergill you've come after the 17 shillings and sixpence he's owed me since Michaelmas. And tell him I shall have a constable over there if he doesn't pay me at once.
But Mr. Parthigill, he died, sir.
Well, then you dig up his body. You sell it to the medical university and go see his wife for the balance.
But Mr. Parthigill's wife, she's been ill, sir.
So you tell her to sell a kidney or two. I want my 17 at 6.
I just thought it being Christmas.
Christmas. You mention that word one more time, Bob Cratchit, now.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Ah, shit.
And a Merry Christmas, Bob. How are the children?
Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. Fred. They're quite wonderful, sir. Thank you for asking.
God save you, Uncle.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle. Now, surely you don't mean that.
Yeah, he means it.
I mean just that. Exactly that. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you? You're poor enough.
Well, what right do you have to be dismal about Christmas, Uncle? You're rich enough.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Cratchit, you can never be rich enough. Why do you think they keep making Avenger movies? They stopped being good 2 Thors ago.
Now, Uncle, don't be cross.
Well, what else can I be when I live in such a world of fools? What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? Merry Christmas. Time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. At his own expense, of course.
Wow, what a buzzkill.
Mine too. I mean, if I use.
What?
Of course.
Now, nephew, keep Christmas in your own time and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it, Uncle.
Oh, yes, I do. I keep it in the outhouse with the rest of the bulls.
Should I put another coal on the fire?
Just leave it alone.
Okay.
What do you want, Fred? A Christmas gift, I've no doubt.
No, nothing. I'm not here to ask you for a loan or beg of a mortgage. I only came to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Much good may Christmases do to you. Ha! Ha! Much good has it ever done you.
There are many things from which I derive good by, which I have not profited from materially, Uncle. Christmas among them, but I've always thought of Christmas time as a kind of forgiving, charitable time, and therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say, God bless it!
God bless Christmas and Hanukkah, and for those who celebrate, and Kwanzaa.
Cratchit!
Yeah, okay. Hurrah!
One more peep out of you, Bob Cratchit, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Still, hurrah, with this small book.
As to you, nephew, you talk enough nonsense. I wonder you don't go into politics.
Oh, don't be angry, Uncle. I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends? You could use a few.
I'll tell you what I could use. I could use a view of your backside as you walk out that door.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I came here in the spirit of right and goodwill. And I won't become bitter just because you are. So, Merry Christmas anyway, Uncle.
Keep walking.
And a Happy New Year.
Bah! Humbug.
A Merry Christmas to you, Bob, and the missus. And, by the way, how is Tiny Tim?
Oh, he is an inspiration, sir.
Oh, glad to hear it, and please extend my well wishes to him and all the Cratchits.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Fred. Same to you, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day, Bob.
Nonsense. Twaddle. Flummery. Talking about Christmas and not 2 sixpence to jingle together in his trouser pockets. Hey there, Cratchit. What do you think you're doing?
I'm only putting a bit more coal in the fires, Mr. Scrooge, seeing as it's so cold in here.
You
sir.
put that coal back in the scuttle. Fire indeed. I can tell you, if you use coal at that rate, you and I will soon be parting company. You understand that? As many young fellows like your job.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just that my fingers were getting a little stiff with the cold, and frostbite is starting to set, and probably hypothermia, a pinch of bronchitis, and other.
Well, then put on your
stuff.
goddamn mittens.
Okay, all right.
Someone at the door. Go see who it is.
Yes, yeah, okay, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is the firm of Scrooge and Marley.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
We should like to see the head of the firm, if we may.
Oh, I don't think that's a very good idea, sir. What I mean is, Mr. Scrooge, he's not in a good mood, and well, he's not very nice to begin with.
My good man. We are here on a very important errand. Please.
What the hell is this?
Two gentlemen to see you, Mr. Scrooge.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying.
No, I don't think it's the IRS, sir. They look much too charitable.
Well, tell them we gave her the office.
So this is the office.
Have we the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley's been dead 7 years tonight. Found dead with a knife in his back. Police said it was suicide. Well, let's not get into that. I'm Scrooge.
This is Mr. Paul Reiser, and I am Mr. Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. What kind of a silly, stupid, made-up name is that?
Well, I dare say it is my name, sir.
Well, it sounds fake to me.
Well, I for one think Paul Reiser. That's a wonderful name. It sounds very dignified, very respectable.
Why, thank you, sir. Well, now, Mr. Scrooge, at this season of the year, it's only fitting that we who are more fortunate should raise a fund to buy the poor something to eat, and something to drink, maybe some wine, and some means of it gets cold out there. You may not believe it, sir, but many thousands are now in want of common necessities.
And hundreds of thousands are in want of the simplest comforts.
Well, are there no prisons?
Well, there are plenty of prisons, sir.
And the workhouses? They're still in operation, I trust.
Oh, I wish I could say they are not. But they are, sir.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor then?
They're very busy, sir.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Ha! I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course.
Oh, yes, sir. All these institutions that you mention are flourishing. But it's nevertheless true that some additional provision for the poor and the destitute must be made.
A few of us who are more fortunate are endeavoring to raise such a fund, you see. And, well, what can we put you down for? What can we put you, what are you going to give?
Well, how about nothing? You know what? I'm feeling very generous. Put me down twice for nothing.
Oh, I see. You wish to be doubly anonymous, sir.
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas time, and I can't afford to help a lot of idle people make merry either. I help to support the establishments that take care of the poor, and that costs enough. Let those who are badly off go there.
Well, many can't go there, sir. And many would rather die.
Well, then my advice to them is to do so, and to just decrease the surplus population. Besides, I've only your word for it, and that's all there is.
Well, it's the truth, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Reeser, is it?
Yes.
So be it then. It's not my business, and I care not for theirs. It's nothing for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's.
Well, it's clear we're wasting our time here.
No, you're wasting my time, which is actually worth something. Cratchit, show these gentlemen out the door in the usual way. Head first, if you please.
This way, sirs, please. And sirs, I couldn't help overhearing. I should like to contribute a tuppence.
Cratchit?
Yes, yes, sir. It isn't much, but it's all I can afford.
Oh, you're a generous fella. And I should say some goodwill will come to you for it. Your employer, on the other hand, is...
Cratchit!
Yes.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cratchit, make a note. What we need is something that allows us to see who's knocking on the door before we open it, like a peephole we can spit in.
That is lovely, sir. It's really lovely. It's a wonder you haven't found a Mrs. Scrooge.
What?
No, I...
Never mind.
Okay. 24, 31, 1, carry the 3. Oh, a new scarlet tippet for Tiny Tim. Oh, a comb for Martha, 33, 3, and carry the 3. A hair ribbon for Belinda, yes, okay. 4, 7, 12, 15. Yes, sir.
It's too late to have you go to Parthagil's. They'll be closed for Christmas like those other fools. May as well close up the place now.
Yes, sir.
I suppose you'll want the entire day tomorrow?
If it's quite convenient. Yes.
Well, it's not convenient.
Okay.
It's not fair either. But I suppose I can't do anything about it. If I was to stop half a crown of your wages, you'd think yourself very ill-used. I'll be bound.
Well, sir, yes.
Yes, but you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only one day in the whole year that we're...
Once a year indeed. Fine excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose there's no good talking. You must have the whole day. Well, see that you're here all the earlier the next morning. You understand?
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, yes, I will. I will, sir. Yes. I will indeed. Good night, and Merry Christmas. Sir.
The office was closed in a twinkling, and Bob Cratchit, with the long ends of his white comforter dangling below his waist, for he boasted no greatcoat, made his exit. Outside, he found his son, Tim. Tiny Tim, as he was known, on account of his being, you know, tiny. Although Tim suffered, he had a noble and inspiring spirit.
Father!
Why, Tim, what are you doing here? You'll catch your death of cold.
Oh, I wanted to spend the eve with you, and I thought I might walk you home. Oh, we could watch the children I'll be playing with one day.
Well, then the honor is mine, good sir.
Is tomorrow Christmas, Father?
It is, Tim.
I know what I'd like to wish for.
Do you?
Yes, Father. More time with you. Do you think I can have that?
Every minute I can give you.
Yes, every moment is special. For this, Bob Cratchit knew all too well. And on this night, they went down the slide on Cornhill 20 times in honor of it being Christmas Eve, and then walked home to Camden Town. For indeed, they were tired of sledding, and one has to be out of Camden Town before dark. Scrooge, on the other hand, left his office, and as he walked the streets, people moved away in fear, all save one.
Mr. Scrooge, sir.
Who are you?
Samuel Wilkins, sir.
Ah, yes. You owe me 20 pounds, I believe. Well, if you want to pay it, come to my place of business. I don't conduct my affairs on the street.
I can't pay it, sir.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Well, not unless you give me a little bit more time, sir.
Did I ask you for more time to lend you the money?
Well, no, sir, but...
Then why do you ask me for more time to pay it back?
Well, I'm a bricklayer, sir, and there's not been much work.
Not my affair, sir.
Well, I can't take my wife to a debtor's prison.
I'm not concerned.
But Mr. Scrooge, it's Christmas. My children.
Christmas has even less to do with it. You still owe me 20 pounds, and I will see you the day after Christmas to settle the balance, or the constable will settle it with you.
The evening grew dark, almost as dark as Scrooge's character. He took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern. He spent the rest of his evening with his banker's book, then went to his dismal house. Darkness is cheap, and Scrooge liked it. The yard was so dark that even Scrooge, who knew its every stone, had to grope through the fog and the frost to find the door. He walked through his rooms to see that all was right. Sitting room, bedroom, lumber room, all as they should be. No one under the table, no one under the bed, no one in the closet, not even one of those stupid elves on a shelf. Satisfied, he closed the door and locked himself in, away from the outside world.
Perimeter secured.
Yes, perimeter secured, yes. He then took off his cravat, put on his dressing gown, slippers, and nightcap, and sat down before the fire.
What? What, pray tell, is that? Marley. Marley! Marley! I could have sworn I heard an old humbug. Marley's been dead for 7 years. Humbug! All humbug!
Ebenezer Scrooge.
What? Someone's in the wine cellar. But the door's locked and double locked. Something is coming. Something is coming closer. Outside my door. No, ridiculous. I won't believe it. It's humbug still.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Scrooge is not here. But you can leave a message for him if you like.
Ebenezer Scrooge!
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, I'm not thrilled where this was going. So, okay, fine. Who was you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley? But you're dead. You died 7 years ago.
7 years ago, this very night.
You can't be a ghost. You're nothing but an undigested bit of beef, or a blot of mustard, or a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato, or that subscription for medical marijuana I just started. Humbug, I tell you, humbug! Marley, is it you?
It is.
Wow. 7 years rotting in a grave has not done your looks any favors.
Silence! I've learned a thing or two about life while I've been moldering in the grave. And I shall show you.
Show me. Show me what? It's the middle of the night, Jacob, and sleep is the one thing that is free in this life.
Regardless, I'm here with a warning.
A warning? What use can you be then, ghost or not? I shall charge you rent if you decide to dwell here, plus half utilities, internet, and cable. Hulu, with ads.
I see your ferocious appetite to exploit remains. Your drive to profit above all still lingers. I should be impressed if it wasn't so misguided. But then we were the last to understand.
What do you want of me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men, to witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth, and turned to happiness. Do you see this chain I wear wrapped around me? I forged it in life, link by link and yard by yard, by my own free will. Is its pattern strange to you, Ebenezer?
Cash boxes, keys and padlocks, ledgers and purses. Is that the fashion among the dead?
Among the greedy. Yours was as heavy and as long as this, 7 years ago. You have labored on it since, Ebenezer.
Old Jacob, you begin to frighten me. Can you offer no comfort?
Comfort I have none to give, and no, I cannot rest, I cannot stay, I cannot linger, and I can't do a 10K in this thing! Weary journeys lie before me.
You travel fast?
A frequent flyer. Yes, Ebenezer, on the wings of the wind.
7 years dead and traveling all this time.
7 years, Ebenezer. 7 years of remorse. Do you know that no space of regret can make amends for one's life's opportunities misused?
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob. Remember when we brought those politicians in Parliament? A bargain, I dare say.
Business! Mankind was my business! Charity, mercy, benevolence, they were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business.
Jacob, don't take on so now, Jacob.
Listen to me! I am here to warn you that you have yet a slim hope of escaping my fate. Do you hear that, Ebenezer?
Yes, Jake, yes. You always were a good friend. Before the whole knife in the back suicide thing. Please tell me, how shall I escape?
You'll be visited by 3 spirits.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound so bad. I mean, a bit of Scotch, rye, and whiskey. I hope it's not the cheap stuff.
Ghostly spirits.
Well, on second thought, I am trying to pull back a little.
Quiet! Try to take this seriously.
It's awfully late. Why don't we just say 2 spirits?
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread, Ebenezer. Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1.
Molly! Take a Molly!
Scrooge awoke. He was lying on his bed, fully dressed. Suddenly, the curtains of his bed were drawn aside, and he found himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them. It was a strange figure, a sharp-looking, intelligent young figure. Hair which hung about its neck and down its back was white as if with age, and yet the face had not a wrinkle in it, and the tenderest bloom was on the skin. The arms were strong and long, the hands the same, as if its hold were of uncommon strength.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who's that?
Ebenezer Scrooge. I have come for you.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold me?
Well, I emanate ethereal light. I'm floating 2 feet above the ground, and I came in through your window, so you tell me.
Yeah. What kind of spirit are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
But what do you want of me? What brings you here to haunt me?
Your welfare, Ebenezer Scrooge. Rise and walk with me.
No, not out the window. I'll fall, and I'm wearing a robe, and people will see my junk.
Oh, no. It's late, and well, just keep your legs crossed. No one will see you. I hope not. Bear but a touch of my hand upon your heart, and you shall be upheld in more than this. Come, follow me.
Where are we? What's become of the city? And there's snow on the ground. Where are we?
These are the shadows of things that have been. You recognize the countryside?
Oh. I know every inch of it. Every rock, every tree.
So you know that bleak building over yonder?
Ah, that building. Yes, I was a boy there. Yes, I went to school in that horrible place.
Do you recollect that path?
I could walk it blindfold.
Strange you should have forgotten it for so many years. Come, let us go closer. Look through the window into that cold, barren room. What do you see, Ebenezer Scrooge?
I see a boy.
A solitary child, neglected by his family, alone.
What a loser. Oh, wait a minute. That's me. I was a good-looking boy. But, well, despite my good looks, I had no friends. I was so lonely, so very lonely.
Your lip is trembling, Scrooge. And What is that on your cheek?
It's nothing at all. I wish I,
What?
It's too late.
What's the matter?
Nothing. The waifs came to my door singing Christmas carols last night, and there was a boy. There was a boy like that among them, a poor, pale, thin little boy with a ragged coat. I should like to have given them something, that's all.
Is that all? Is that all? Come on, Ebenezer Scrooge, let us see another Christmas. Do you know this place?
Know it? Know it? Oh, this was the counting house where I apprenticed. It's my old master, bless his heart, old Fezziwig.
Yes, old Fezziwig. Someone else with one of those weird old-timey names. But after all, it was a weird old-timey time.
My Master Fezziwig alive again and hosting one of his Christmas parties. Must be early. He hasn't passed out yet.
Put down your pen, Master Ebenezer. There will be no more work tonight. It's Christmas Eve, my boy. Quicken your step and put your heart into it. You will enjoy yourself, lad, and that's an order. After all, there is more to life than money, eh? Now, let's dance. We need music. Tonight, we celebrate. I want smiles on all your faces. Pick your partners and take to the floor.
Listen to him.
Corkscrew, thread the needle, and back to your places.
And look, there's Mrs. Fezziwig herself, looking younger than any of them. And the tables are loaded with roast, cider, mince pie, and beer. Oh, what a jolly time we used to have.
You have spirit, Scrooge, when you allow yourself to be brave enough to show it. That carefree young man with the light heart and gay smile. Do you recognize him?
Yes, merciful heaven. How happy I was then.
A small matter for old Fezziwig to make those silly folks so full of joy.
Small matter, small indeed.
Isn't it? He has spent only a few pounds of your mortal money. Is that so much that he deserves praise?
It's not that. It's not that, Spirit. Old Fezziwig had the power to make us happy and unhappy, to make our service light or heavy. His power lay in words and looks and in things so tiny that it's impossible to count them up. The happiness he gave is as great as it cost.
What is the matter?
No, nothing.
No.
Nothing at all, Spirit.
Something, I think.
No.
Speak.
Well, only... It's just that I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk, Bob Cratchit, that's all.
My time grows short. Plus, we have yet another journey to make.
Where now?
Come. This is the last visit to your past, Ebenezer. Here in this little room with a fair young girl by your side. Do you recognize yourself, Ebenezer?
No, please spare me this.
You're older now, a man in the prime of his life. Your face has begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. Your eyes are greedy, the eager, restless eyes of a miser. And she knows it too. That girl by your side, there are tears in her eyes.
It matters little to you. Very little. I know that.
Belle, have I changed towards you?
When we were engaged, we were both poor in terms of money, but wealthy in spirit.
Was it better then? Better to be poor?
better at least be happy. You've changed. You were another man then.
I was a boy. You blame me because I've grown wiser? Have I ever tried to break our engagement?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit. In everything that made my love of any value in your sight. So, I release you from your promise.
Belle.
Oh, at first it may cause you pain to lose me. A very brief pain, but soon it will be dim. Like a half-remembered dream. An unprofitable dream. And you'll be glad to be awake from such a dream. May you be happy in the life you have chosen, Ebenezer.
Belle, please. You can't leave.
That's enough. Show me no more. Take me home.
These were shadows of things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
No more, no more.
One shadow more. Come. Do you see this man, Ebenezer Scrooge? This man might have been you. And that woman beside him, your wife. And that girl might have been your daughter, Ebenezer Scrooge. The girl might have called you father. She might have been a springtime in the haggard winter of your life.
Let me go. Show me no more.
Listen now, while they speak, Ebenezer.
Belle, I saw an old friend of yours today.
Who is it?
Guess.
How can I? Oh, I know. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge it was. I passed his office window. It wasn't shuttered. And there was a candle inside, so I couldn't help seeing him. His partner, Marley, lies at the point of death, I hear, stabbed in the back. Apparently there are many suspects. And there Scrooge sat, all alone. Quite alone in the world, I do believe.
It's become sad, really. A life yet unlived.
Spirit, I can't bear anymore. Please. Leave me. Haunt me no more. Take me home. Take me home.
You are listening to the Combat Radio Playhouse, bringing you tonight the 4th annual presentation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, produced by Masterpiece Theatre, BBC Panorama City, and the Pacoima Probation Office. Starring BTVA winner Clancy Brown as Mr. Wells, Violet McGraw, Emmy Award winner Paul Reiser, Emmy winner Carolyn Hennessy, and Golden Globe winner Ron Perlman. Sponsored by Lux Toilet Soap. This is Brigade Radio 1.
In a few minutes, we'll return with Combat Radio's Christmas Carol. Meanwhile, here's our Hollywood reporter, Libby Collins, looking very smart, I must say.
Well, thank you. You know, after seeing Paulette Goddard's wardrobe for the Paramount's new comedy, Suddenly It's Spring, I just had to rush out and buy something new. Looking at all those lovely clothes was just too much for my self-control.
Well, you look stunning.
Oh, thank you again.
Tell me about the picture. I understand that Paulette's portrayal of an ex-whack is truly delightful.
Oh, yes, it is. In Fred McMurray gives a perfect characterization of her wayward husband. Between the two of them, Suddenly It's Spring is a high-spirited comedy with emphasis on the romantic side.
Naturally.
But really, that wardrobe of Miss Goddard certainly will make clothes-conscious girls sit up and take notice. I bet you'll think so, too.
I bet I will. Libby, men seldom know much about styles, but what I notice about a dress is the general effect when a woman wears it. Some girls always seem to have that right on the beam look. You know what I mean?
I do. Well, I think what you have in mind is good grooming. Screen stars certainly put great emphasis on it. A perfect hairdo, fresh, perfectly cared for skin. Those are essentials. And Ozempic, of course.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh, yes. And that must be the reason Lux toilet soap continues to be a studio standby, no matter how often other styles change.
Well, that is exactly what Miss Goddard told me. She says her beauty facials are so quick and easy and work so well, she's never without a supply of Lux toilet soap. I can depend on it for daily complexion care, she said. That and Ozempic, of course.
She said?
She said.
I wish you'd tell the ladies in our audience how easy these Lux soap facials are, Libby.
Oh, I love the way you say facial. Well, okay, here's what Paulette Goddard does. She says, I cover my face with the fragrant Lux soap lather and work it in well. I rinse it with warm water, then cold, and use a soft towel to pat my skin dry. Give skin quick new beauty, she says.
Yes, daily Lux soap facials do make skin lovelier. Recent tests by skin specialists proved it. In 3 out of 4 cases, complexions became softer and smoother in just a short time.
A lovely Lux complexion makes a woman so attractive. I wish every girl who hasn't tried Lux toilet soap would begin using it tomorrow.
That is sound advice, Libby. When 9 out of 10 screen stars recommend a beauty soap, you know it has to be good. So why not try Lux toilet soap? Hollywood's own complexion soap, and that was a real commercial from the 1940s.
And now, back to the Combat Radio Playhouse and our 4th annual presentation of A Christmas Carol, a Christmas present from the LA Department of Corrections and the Saban Fireside Theater.
On the stroke of 2, Scrooge awakened suddenly and sat bolt upright in his own bed. At that moment, nothing between a baby and a rhinoceros would have astonished him very much. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour went by. Sorry, this goes on for a while. Dickens got paid by the word. Let's see, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Plum pudding. Okay, all right, here we go. There you go. All right, good. Suddenly there sat at the foot of his bed a jolly giant, glorious to see, who bore a glowing torch held high to shed its light on Scrooge.
Who? I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me! You've never seen the likes of me before.
Well, you're different from the other spirit. You're tall, almost a giant, and that great wand you carry, magnificent.
Well, its light pulls into the homes of rich and poor alike.
Spirit, Take me where you will. Last time I went against my will and learnt a lesson, which is working now. If you have anything to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe, Ebenezer Scrooge. Touch my robe.
Ooh, nice fabric. You think I can get that in a 42 regular?
Ha! 42 regular, you're hysterical. 48, possibly 52 more likely.
That's hurtful. Where have you brought me, Spirit? The streets are disheveled, the buildings run down.
The edge of Camden Town. I bring you to a humble dwelling in a humble street. Yet, there is happiness here.
Who are these people? Who's that woman and the children?
This is the family of your clerk, Bob Cratchit. His wife, dressed in a twice-torn gown, but brave in ribbons, laying at the table their Christmas dinner. And there, assisting her, well, that's her daughter, Belinda. And the young man with the fork and the stuffing, well, that's Master Peter Cratchit. And the two little Cratchits. Listen, Scrooge.
So if we just put it over here, then we can kind of organize everything. Oh, he's here, Martha! Mother! She made it!
Yes. Hey. Martha, my darling, why bless your heart alive. My dear, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
Merry Christmas, my angel. How late you are, my dear.
Oh, we had a deal of work to finish up last night, and we had to clear away this morning.
Well, never mind. So long as you're here now, sit you down before the fire and have a warm. Lord bless you.
Where's Father?
He's been to church with Tiny Tim. They'll be along directly.
How is Tiny Tim, Mother? Any better at all?
Sometimes I think he is, and sometimes I think, oh dear God, if anything should happen to Tiny Tim.
Mother, you mustn't even think of such a thing. Better to think of sunny days and frolicking free-range chickens.
Yes, chicken.
Chicken.
Oh, there's Tiny Tim.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Martha, welcome, my dear.
Merry Christmas, Father. And Tim.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Martha.
Oh, Tim, you darling. Oh, Father, I'm so glad to be home.
And we're so glad to have you, Martha.
And how did little Tim behave in church, Bob?
Oh, as good as gold, and better.
I like church, Mother. No, they sang the nicest songs. I hope people saw me there.
Saw you there? And why, Tim?
Well, don't you see? Because I'm lame. And if they saw my crutch, it might be pleasant for them to remember on Christmas who it was made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Oh, bless you, my son.
Are we ready to eat, Mother? Come on, let's eat.
Yes, children. All right, we're all ready. Come now, take your places around the table.
Here.
Bob, wait your turn. There's enough for everyone. Stuffing and dressing and plum pudding for all of you. And vegan options over there for those of you who don't like the taste of good food. And if you're gluten-free, I have a straw pie freshly made for you out in back. Martha, you take care of Tiny Tim, won't you?
Yes, Mother.
You see that he eats plenty, not the straw. He must get tall and well. Now sit down, everyone.
Now, my dears, shall we say grace? Oh, bless you, Father. Thank you for the food
Spirit
that we have.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live. I see a vacant seat in a poor chimney corner, and the crutch without an owner, carefully preserved.
Oh, no. Kind Spirit, say he'll be spared. Say he'll live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, Ebenezer, the child, will die.
And amen.
Amen.
And now, my dears, with such a dinner, a toast. A Merry Christmas to us all, and God bless us.
Amen.
God bless us, everyone.
And now to Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, Bob.
No, children. I give you a toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
You'll have to excuse me, Bob. I just vomited in my mouth a bit. The founder of the feast, indeed. He's one of the devil's farts, he is. Pays you all at 15 shillings a week. Flaming carbuncle. Wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast on, and I'd hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
Okay, my dear, the children, Christmas Day, okay?
Not me. I say screw him.
Martha!
That's my girl, Martha. Well, it should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, when one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, unfeeling man. I'll tell you what he is, Bob. Do you know what he is? He is the rancid icing on a stale fruitcake made of acid and pus. And you know I'm just being charitable now. You know it's true, Bob. Absolutely no one knows better than you poor unfeeling
My dear,
fellow.
Christmas Day, can't we wait until maybe Boxing Day to thrash him, or maybe even New Year's?
Well, I will drink his health for your sake and for the day's, not for his. Long life to him. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
And I say God bless him too, Mother.
Tim.
And everyone.
Way to shame all of us, Tim.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, hold on. That's my role here, to shame everyone.
Well done.
Merry Christmas to us all.
They were not a handsome family, these Cratchits. They were not well dressed, their shoes were worn, their clothes were scanty, and had known very likely the inside of a pawnbroker's. Well, actually, Mrs. Cratchit's blouse was coming back into style, but the rest of them awful. Not that it mattered, because they were happy. When at last they faded, Scrooge had his eye upon them, and especially on Tiny Tim, until the last.
Where are we now? Oh, it's just a house. It may amuse you.
I'm in no mood to be amused.
As if I am one to care.
Humbug, he said. He called Christmas humbug. He believed it too.
I'd like very much to meet your uncle. The dull way in which you portray him adds to the imagination.
No, you wouldn't. He's a mean Scrooge of a man without joy or feeling.
Well, his offenses carry their own punishments.
It said he's very rich.
Yes, that is true, but his wealth is of no good to him. He doesn't do any good with it. He doesn't even make himself comfortable with it.
Squander it, he means.
You mustn't argue with those you visit. It's useless and even, well, tactless.
Tact is a quality I despise.
That I can see.
I have no patience for him.
Well, I have, and I feel sorry for him.
Sorry for him?
Who suffers from his ill will of poor attitude? He does, always. He takes it in his heart to dislike us and not to come dine with us.
And he loses a good dinner indeed.
Mm-hmm. The reason I talk about him the way I do is that my mother, God rest her soul, she loved him so.
'Tis true. She did, you know. I wish you were alive today.
Fred resembles her, does he not?
Yes. Yes, he does.
The consequence of his actions make him miserable. Money be damned, and I mean, you give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not.
You're far too understanding, you are.
At times, maybe we all should be.
It is now time to leave this pleasant scene. Take my robe.
Many calls Scrooge made that night with the ghost of Christmas present. Down among the miners they went who labor in the bowels of the earth, and out to sea among the sailors at their watch. Much they saw, and far they went, and many places they visited, but always with a happy end. And if we had a bigger budget, we'd show you, but you're just going to have to take our word for it. The Spirit stood beside sick beds, and they were cheerful. By poverty, and it was rich. In almshouse, hospital, and jail. And everywhere the Spirit left his blessing. It was a long night, almost as long as this speech. And while Scrooge remained unaltered on his outward form, the ghost grew older, clearly older.
My life upon this globe is very brief, Ebenezer. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight at midnight. Come. We shall have one more visit to make before my time is done. Take hold of my robe.
Where are we now? I'm sure I don't know this place.
That name would mean nothing to you. It's a place like many in this world.
Do we have enough wood for the night?
Aye, it will last through. At least there's one thing still free in this country.
Mary, eat your potato.
It's too hot.
It'll be cold soon enough.
Where did you get these, Father?
I didn't steal them, if that's what you're saying!
She didn't say you stole them,
She
Ben.
should have some respect.
Don't berate the girl. They fell from a cart in the road.
Your father's not a thief, girl. Well, not yet.
Why are these people out here? Women in rags, children eating scraps. They're institutions.
We have you visited any of them? These institutions you speak of?
No, I rarely go east of the 405. Plus, I'm taxed for them. Isn't that enough?
Now, when I hear you speak, there's a song that plays in my mind constantly. You're a mean one, Mr. Scrooge. You really are. Etc., etc., etc. I have a question to your question. You say, is it that enough? Well, I say, is it?
Oh, Ben, it's freezing. Come back to the fire.
Look at these hands, Meg. They're hard hands. They've done hard work. I want to work. I want to have bread for my children. It's not right that there's no work.
But we're together, Ben. That's the important thing.
I love you, Meg. I love the children. Well, most of them anyway.
Oh, I know.
Tomorrow, take the children and go to the parish poorhouse.
No, I'd rather we all drown in the river than go down to one of those places and be separated forever.
Only until I get work.
No! Ben, we're family. We stay together. Look, I know that I don't care a snippet how harsh the winters are to come. We'll all weather through them as long as we're together. We'll find a way. Now, please, come back to the fire.
Why do you show me this? What does this have to do with me?
Are they not of the human race?
Is there no refuge, no resource?
Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Ha! I was a little early, wasn't I? Ha! The hour has come for me to leave.
No, not yet. There are still more things I wish to learn.
Oh, you shall learn more, but from still another spirit. Still another spirit, Ebenezer.
Scrooge looked about him for the ghost, but it had vanished. Scrooge found himself once more in his bed, in his dressing gown and his nightcap on his head. He heard the clock strike, and then he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting up his eyes, beheld the third spirit, a solemn phantom, shrouded in black, draped and hooded, coming toward him, slowly, silently, like a mist along the ground. A feeling of doom rolled over Scrooge, like a dark, sinister shadow, and fear began to take hold.
I know you. You are the ghost of Christmas yet to come. And since we couldn't afford to give you speaking lines, you'll just point at things that have not happened. We don't have money for that either. We don't have time for any more of this. I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, lead on, lead on. The night's waning fast, and time is precious. Spirit, why have you brought me here again? Here to Bob Cratchit's home. Yet it's not the same. What's happened? Why is it so quiet? So very quiet here.
Mother. Mother, please.
Oh, my son, my little son, Tiny Tim, I loved him so.
Oh, Mother dear, you mustn't. It's almost time for Father to be home. Don't let him see you crying.
Oh, yes, of course, you're right, Mother, yes.
He's late tonight.
He walks slower than he used to. And yet I've known him to walk very fast with Tiny Tim on his shoulder.
So have I, Mother.
But he was light to carry. And his father loved him so that he was no trouble. No trouble. Bob.
Good evening, my dear.
Yes, well, you're late, Bob.
Yes, I'm sorry. I went to the churchyard today, and I wish you could have gone with me. It would have done your heart good to see how sweet and green a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promised him. Yes, I promised Tiny Tim that we'd walk there on a Sunday.
Father dear.
It's God's will, Bob.
I'm trying to understand it, my dear. My son, my little son, Tiny Tim. And I loved him so.
Oh, that is cruel. Cruel. Spirit, can you give me a ray of hope that I may change all that Tiny Tim may live? Where are you taking me now? Here on a common street, Spirit? What is there for me to learn here? Who are these men?
I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
Oh, when did he die?
No one's quite sure. Last night, I believe. About time, I dare say.
It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know anybody to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and celebrate?
I don't mind going if a lunch is provided.
Come to think of it, I'll bet I was his best friend.
What? You? I didn't think he had any friends.
Oh, no, we used to nod to each other when we met in the street.
Sad indeed.
Yes, I dare say. No one will miss him. In fact, no one will even remember him.
Oh, it's sad when no one cares, isn't it?
Spirit, help me. Who is that man who has died? Is there no one here to mourn that poor creature? No one to follow him to the grave? Perhaps they'll give him a green grave at least, like poor Tiny Tim, perhaps. Spirit, where are we now? Merciful heaven, a churchyard, overrun by grass and weeds, choked with too much burying, desolate, lonely, crumbling gravestones. Spirit, before I draw near to that gravestone, answer me one question. Are these shadows of things that will be, or are they shadows of things that may be only? Will you not speak to me, Spirit? What is that grave to which you point? Ah, now I see it. There's writing on the stone. The name on the gravestone is... Hold on, there's quite a bit of snow here. B-E-N. Ben. Ah, poor fellow, this... Ben, shame that. Wait, there's more snow here. Hold on a moment. E-B-E-N. Eben, must be Scandinavian. I knew an Eben once, worked in a tax trade, he did. Rather boring individual. Wait. Eben Zer? Zer? Eben Zer? No, that's not Scandinavian, perhaps Dutch.
Listen, I know I'm not supposed to talk, but come on, man.
Oh. Wait, Ebenezer Scrooge!
Mazel tov!
Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, no, Spirit. Hear me, I beg of you. I'm not the man I was. Why show me this? Why am I past all hope? Tell me that I can change these dreadful shadows you've shown me by an altered life. I'll honor Christmas in my heart. I'll try to keep it all the year. I live in the past, the present, the future, and I'll not shut out the lessons that they teach. Tell me, Spirit. Oh, go on, tell me that I can sponge away the writing on that stone, Spirit. I beg you, Spirit, I beg you. Spirit, I promise on my knees. I promise, I'll... What is this? What is this? This is my own drape. I'm home. In my own bed. In my own room. And the sun is shining. It's clear. It's bright. No fog. What a beautiful day. Oh, glorious, glorious. Hey there, miss. Oh, miss, I say.
Oh no, not this miserable bastard.
Tell me, what is today?
Sunday, I think.
No. What day is it?
Today? What are you, high? It's Christmas Day.
Ha ha! Christmas Day. Then I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. All in one night, heaven be praised. And yes, I am a tiny bit high. I'm high on this new drug. It's called life, baby.
That's what they all say.
Listen, do you know where the poulterer is?
I should say I do. But does the audience even know what a poulterer is?
Oh yeah, good point. That's where they sell the poultry. Tell me, do you know if they sold that prize turkey that was hanging in the window?
The one as big as me?
Delightful. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Wish I could say the same. It's hanging there now, sir.
Oh, that's wonderful. Go down there, will you, and tell them to send it to Bob Cratchit and his family on Broad Street. And mind you, they're not to know who paid for it. Now go along, hurry, miss. Oh, and here, wait a minute. Here's half a crown for your trouble.
Half a crown, but inflation, sir.
All right, a full crown.
I mean, the streets are covered in snow. It's cold out here.
Jesus Christ, this
and
kid.
Don't get me started on these drunk carriage drivers. They've been on the bench all night. The rum runners. Like a bunch of drunk pirates they are. I shall be taking my life in my own hands running to the poulterer, I dare say.
2 crowns, okay?
Make it 3!
Don't push it, kid.
You're right. 2.5 sounds good.
Here. And Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir. And whatever you're smoking, keep doing it, sir. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather, as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. A Merry Christmas to everyone, and a Happy New Year to all the world. Woohoo! Hello!
And Master Scrooge took to the snow-covered streets with a sense of excitement and wonder, as if seeing the world anew. The sun was shining, the air was brisk, and the people were alive. And for the first time, he heard the words,
Merry Christmas, sir!
Good morning, Merry Christmas!
and he knew what it meant. And for the first time, maybe in his life, he said these words back.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
And don't forget about Kwanzaa!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Yes, Merry Christmas, sir, and Happy Hanukkah!
What's that you say? Ah, yes. Same to you,
Yes.
lady. Same to you. Nice
L'chaim.
nice to talk to you. Good day. And
Oh, he's finally gone mental, he has.
Whatever you
Or
say to
maybe
the
he
Jews.
passed through the opium district.
Ah, it's Christmas, let the crazy man have some peace.
Peace indeed. And then in the mid-morning fog, the great moment was before him. The chance to settle the score. Not with malice or anger, but with an act of kindness. For there was a chance to put things right. And Scrooge, now well aware of how precious and short life was, seized it.
Mr. Wilkins.
Oh, guess I'm off to the debtor's prison.
Out this fine Christmas morning, are you?
Yes, sir. Looking for work, sir.
Oh, and what is it, this kind of work you do?
Mason? Carpenter, sir?
Ah, that's it. I remember now. We have a debt to settle, you and I. Do you have your tools, do you?
Well, they're in the pawn shop now, sir, trying to cover my debt.
Well, go get them.
Oh, you want my tools too, sir?
No, but you'll need them.
Sir?
Can't do any work without your tools in a pawn shop, can you?
Sir?
Mr. Wilkins, I saw a good bit of Camden Town last night. From the air, actually.
What?
Never mind that part of it, but it occurred to me that Camden Town is a beautiful place, an inspirational place, but it could use a bit of work. So, seeing that you made me realize that you may just be the man to do it.
Rebuild Camden Town?
Well, one brick at a time, of course. What do you say?
It will be my privilege, Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, good. Good. Come see me in my office at your convenience, of course, and we'll get started.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, Merry Christmas. But there was still more good work to be done, for old Scrooge had a lifetime to put right.
My dear sirs, how do you do?
I beg your pardon?
Aren't you the gentleman who came to my office in regard to the charity? A Merry Christmas to you both.
Yes. Left alone, surplus population and all that. Wait.
Allow me to ask your pardon, sir. I would like to make a small donation, and, well, I would prefer to whisper this.
Okay. Come again.
Spit it out, Ryther.
My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you really?
If you please now, not a farthing less. Many back payments are included in it, I assure you. Will you do me that favor?
Well, my dear sir, I don't know what to say to such munificence.
Now, don't say anything, please. You come and see me, will you? Come and see me?
We will indeed, we will.
Thank you. I'm much obliged to you, and thank you 50 times. Bless you, and Merry Christmas.
That night, Scrooge found himself pacing in the snow in front of his nephew Fred's house, looking, searching for the courage to knock on the door and apologize for years of neglect.
Yes?
Pardon me, Fred.
Uncle.
Yes, it is.
I almost didn't recognize you with that.
It's called a smile, Fred. And I know you've never seen me wear one, but I'm wearing one now. Should I tell you why?
Are you okay? Sarah, is Dr. Yeaman still here?
Passed out drunk, Fred.
Look, Uncle, I know I invited you, but I am scared by this.
Fred, something has happened, something wonderful. I have much to tell you and so much more to do. But first, in honor of my late sister, I owe you and your family an apology. Do you happen to have an extra place at your table for a fool who would like some forgiveness and perhaps a chance to start over? I'd like to spend Christmas with you.
Who is it?
It's my uncle. He wants to have dinner with us.
He must be off his meds. Tell him to go away.
Well, I can't. He's right here. He's in front of us, standing right here.
He what? He seems different somehow.
Seems different.
Please, Fred. Sarah, is it? Can you forgive me?
Why, Uncle, there's nothing to forgive. I'm glad to have you here, and you're welcome. And don't worry, darling. We'll sit him at the kids' table.
Thank you.
I thought this day would never come. That thing.
Yes, it's a smile. Yes, it's called a smile.
Well, you should wear it more often.
Yes, I plan to. I have reason to.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
The next morning, Scrooge was early at his office. He went early for a reason. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late, that was the thing he'd set his heart upon. And he did it. Yes, he did. The clock struck 9. No Bob. 15:15. No Bob. Scrooge sat with his door wide open, that he might see him come in. At last, he did. His hat was off before he opened the door, his comforter too. He was on his stool in a jiffy, driving away with his pen, as if he were trying to overtake 9 o'clock.
15 and 21, and carry the 1, so that makes it 24, and carry the 2, 31, 8, and 9, add and multiply.
Hello, Cratchit.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Step this way, Cratchit, if you please.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Cratchit.
Yes.
What do you mean by coming in this time of the day?
I'm very, very, very sorry, sir. I'm very sorry. I am behind.
Yes,
I'm
you
behind
are.
my
You
time.
are. You
yes.
are. I think you are.
But it's only once. It's once a year, Mr. Scrooge. I was making rather merry yesterday.
Well, I'll
sir.
tell you what, my friend. I'll tell you what. Now, I'll not stand for this sort of thing any longer, and therefore, Bob Cratchit, I am about to raise your salary.
Mr. Scrooge, are you quite yourself, sir?
No.
You don't seem... Yeah.
No, thank heaven! I'm not quite myself. Merry Christmas, Bob! Merry Christmas, my good fellow! A Merry Christmas that I've ever given you in these many years. I shall raise your salary, and I shall see what we can do for Tiny Tim and the rest of your family.
I'm sorry, just go back a little bit. Did you say you're gonna raise my salary? You said you're gonna raise my salary, didn't you? Like how much are we talking? Because I have put up with a lot of things.
No, I'm going. Yes, it's true.
Yes.
It's true. I'm going to raise it, and raise it again.
Oh.
Make the fire.
Yes.
Make it up.
Okay.
And buy another coal scuttle before we dot another I. Bob Cratchit.
Yes, sir.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. To Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. Well, I mean, it was 150 years ago, so it's fair to say Tiny Tim eventually died, but not until he was well into his 40s, which actually was quite old for that time. I mean, Scrooge was only like 37 or something. And anyway, Scrooge became as good a friend, as good a man, as good as a good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh, and a little heeded them. His own heart laughed, and ever afterwards it was said of him, that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possess the knowledge. And may that be truly said of us, of all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.
1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our director, Keith Farley.
Thank you, Ethan, and thank you to this amazing cast of actors. Let's give them another hand. To the musicians under the direction of Mark Mann. I got a choir, man. This is unreal. To our Foley artists who provided the sound effects live tonight. And we are so grateful to be here. And I think the last and the biggest round of applause is something that we don't do often. But Ethan likes to talk a lot about the heroes that are involved. And I think the true heroes are each and every one of you who bought a ticket tonight, each and every one of you who went to the auction, who participated in the raffle, who are here to make a cure happen. You are the heroes, and thank you for that. I'm just humbled to be a part of this show each and every year. And let's give it up for the man I like to call the founder of the feast, Mr. Ethan Dettenmeyer.
What? Am I up for something? Wait a minute. First of all, as I said at the top of the show, many legends have done A Christmas Carol, but our cast tonight is the best to ever do it because of why they did it. Look at these legends. Look at this. First of all, look at my friend here, Rico Ross. Aliens, Beauty in Black. Give me a hug. The legend, Violet McGraw from Megan. Emmy winner, Carolyn Hennessy. Wait a minute, look at these guys. This amazing epic set of Mark Mann and the beautiful Dickensian rock and roll all-stars. Our wonderful cellist, Hall of Famer. And these, what about these carolers? What? Look at this. Incredible. And wait a minute, we even brought Sean McNabb. What? I have to admit, his probation officer was iffy, but we made it happen. And God bless him because he plays in 72% of the world's bands. From Kicking It and everyone's favorite Hannah Montana, Mr. Jason Earls. legend, Mr. Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, Gremlins. Star Wars The Bad Batch, Mr. Bob Bergen. We can't have a show without someone who's got everything from invincible to, well, she is herself invincible as a legend, an actress, and a mother, Miss Nikki Breyer. He's the voice of a show that will not be named, but he's done many other epic things, including X-Men '97.
You can say Phineas and Ferb, it's
Phineas
okay.
and Ferb. He said it. The Disney attorneys are out there. Oh, also, Miss Deborah Wilson, the impeccable genius. We couldn't get Daniel Day-Lewis because of a scheduling conflict, but he said, look, I got a guy, Jason Jensky. She said, let's rock, and we've rocked from the beginning. The legend from Aliens, Titanic, Lethal Weapon 2, the Terminator franchise, Miss Jeanette Goldstein. Looking fabulous as always. He's the voice of Assassin's Creed, Captain America, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mr. Roger Craig Smith. He's the star of Star Trek Lower Decks, and he's the voice of the Hulk, and he's actually a pretty damn good Marley. Wouldn't you say, Keith? Mr. Fred Tatasciore. And his dad's out here somewhere. Where's your dad, Fred? Where's your dad? Is that your dad? That's Fred's dad right there. Give it up. One of the first people to say yes said, I'll do it. Even if Spielberg books me, I'll still do your show because I love the kids and I love your cause. And Ethan, you're not so bad either, Mr. Paul Reiser. It's a challenge to jump in the shoes of one of the greatest storytellers that ever lived, Mr. Orson Welles, who gave us tonight's script, or the blueprint for it. But if you're gonna do it, go big, Mr. Clancy Brown. Yeah. The finest narrator. I also got, do you want to say something? You want to say something? Does everyone know Violet McGraw, the star of Megan? Ladies and gentlemen, backstage we had a chance to actually get together as a cast and take a minute to express what it means to do this, the privilege it is to do this for the children who need it, the children that are here tonight, the people we love, the people we're gonna get through this fight, that we're gonna support and make. We are gonna get this thing. But we did it because Ron Perlman first and foremost said yes. I have to admit, I called him and said, do you want to be Scrooge again? And he said, on the phone, do you think I'm going to let some other motherfucker play it? And then I said, no. And then he goes, what, do you not want me to be Scrooge? You got some other guy you want to fucking be Scrooge? And I'm like, bro, you are Scrooge, but more importantly, you're the hero the kids need. Thank you. John Postas, our production manager. Miguel Tejeda on sound. Taylor Volts for the venue. Everyone, Chris Cribdo, Scott Marquette, and honestly our director, the ghost of Christmas Future, Mr. Keith Farley. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Have a great evening.